Well, we're at Sudbury Station, getting ready for the train ride into Ramsey, Turnbull Creek. Canoe's here, Chris is here, and looks like a gorgeous day to start. We'll see how it goes. Look at the canoes.
Yeah.
Look at the canoes.
Wow.
We probably could have got on here too, huh?
Yeah.
I never really thought.
Let's get off the train. Get off the train.
Sinker.
We're stopping in the middle of nowhere and dropping like 2 flats of new ones for a lot.
We have those today.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, that's
We-
not free.
So I mean, like the Colby just past Chapel, there's a milk post in there. We'll be here in March. All right, Bisco.
So we should be paying attention. This is where we need to come from. Oh, islands.
We gotta come around.
Well, there goes our ride.
We are at the right spot.
And hopefully this water goes somewhere. Awesome. We believe this is Turnbull Creek,
It is.
and will get us to Ramsey Lake. Well, pretty much loaded, and we'll get this show on the road. Just got to go under the bridge up here, and we're gonna go out down that Turnbull Creek and hit Ramsey Lake. Beautiful sky, a little bit of a breeze. Breeze is kind of helping us right now, so that should be nice. Almost loaded. Hello, GoPro. Chris and I are on our way from Turnbull Creek. We should join up with Ramsey Lake, and we'll do some paddling in around Bisco and Indian Lake and some other odds and ends. We'll see what works. We just got off the train. We're gonna go right under the train
Hopefully.
bridge here.
Without tipping.
It's a little lower than, or the water's a little higher than we assumed, but I think we'll fit. Well, Chris will. I don't know if I will.
It's gonna be close.
You're good. It'll make for a good video if it's a problem.
The water much higher.
Oh.
The water anyways.
Awesome. We survived our first challenge and we are on our way. And a nice little island. I don't think we'll camp on that one. Yeah. Getting closer to Ramsey Lake. Footage of this. Well, we're going down a nice narrow channel. Got some wind helping. Nice topography. I guess I better help paddling. Okay. We found a campsite out here on Ramsey Lake. It was quite busy out here today. A lot of boats, a lot of other people camping. This was kind of last choice for the campsites. So it's not the best, but it'll be fine. And we have a concert going on across the bay there, it seems. Prince. Yeah. Hope that doesn't go on all night, but what can you do? It's a long weekend and people just want to have fun. But yeah, this is our site for the night. We'll make her work. We got the tents set up, fire going. We'll cook supper soon, maybe a dip and a little fishing, and then be two tired puppies heading for bed. It's not a bad little spot. We're out on a point of an island. Day one is steak and potatoes day. Can't wait. Steak and potatoes for dinner. Looking good. Well, the sun is setting on our first night of this trip. We're on Ramsey Lake on a nice little island. Got a fire going. The sky is a lot darker than the phone makes it look here with this camera, but nice fire going. Bugs are fine. There's almost no bugs. Beautiful night. It was a little warm, actually. We had some sunlight beating on us in the afternoon, late afternoon, but yeah, the sun has set on this day, day one. Train ride was pretty cool. The paddle out to here was awesome. We had the wind in our back, couldn't have asked for much more. And found a pretty good campsite. We weren't sure about it at first, but it's worked out. It's worked out really well.
What did we do? 12, just over 12K today.
Yeah, 12, yeah. That was after the train ride. We never got off the train till about 1 o'clock. So, yeah. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous night. There's the loon. Might have got that one on video, I don't know. Good morning. We got quite a heavy dew this morning. Beautiful sun coming up. It looks like a gorgeous day. dry out a little bit, and then we'll get moving towards Biscotasi Lake. Caught a little pike this morning. Well, it's day 2. We're back on the water. Good night last night. Heavy dew this morning. We're back on Ramsey Lake. We got a little ways to go. I think we're going to try to get somewhere to the dam today in that area between Ramsey and Biscotasi Lake. And we'll set up again. Weather looks great again today. We'll get some fishing in, and an earlier start than yesterday with the train ride. But another gorgeous morning. Well, sunset on night 2. This is the dam between Ramsey Lake and Boychuk Bay, which feeds into Biscotasi Lake. It wasn't where Chris and I planned to camp, but the last couple of campsites on Ramsey Lake were either taken or not really usable. So we got to here thinking we might go on, but this was good enough, and we will camp here at the dam where they move stuff between the 2 lakes. No one's around, so I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, all part of the adventure. Maybe the waterfalls will sound good tonight, put us to sleep. We'll see. Sunset on night 2. Well, this is the portage between the 2 lakes, Ramsey Lake and Boychuk Bay, which feeds into Biscotasi Lake. It's pretty short. I think they say 90 meters or so. It's all downhill from this side too, so nothing to it. There's a couple of lodges that bring their goods in from Biscotasing, so they keep a fair bit of equipment here to move stuff back and forth. But that's about the only thing I think that'll be down here. A couple of their boats. Yeah. That's that. That's up at the dam where we camped last night. Wasn't a gorgeous campsite or anything, but we were out of gas by the time we got there. We'd missed a couple of campsites earlier that we'd wanted to use, but were occupied, so. Well, after the portage here at the dam, we are now in that Boychuk Bay. So we're on our way. Already day 3. How does that happen?
What time of day is it, eh?
It'd be 10 to 10. Well, there's the trolley tracks that go between Biscotasi Lake and Indian Lake. Focus. We are going to look for the trolley and then gonna get our stuff over to Indian Lake and go look for a campsite down there. Pretty cool. Tracks go right up through the portage. Well, there's our next form of transportation. We just got to follow the tracks to Indian Lake. We are at Biscotasi Lake, and we will get started here. Pull that out of the water. We're loaded up on the trolley. I'm going to film the crossing, and it's Chris and I as the train engine. Seems more controllable than you think it's going to be. You got the rope, maybe? Because it might take off after it gets past that tree. No dock on this side. You gonna walk it along there, or just paddle over? Might just shove it. You can catch it. Well, we rode the trolleys over to Indian Lake. We're gonna paddle down towards that Prince of Wales fireplace, and but we're gonna look for a campsite along the way and see what we find. This is a really nice looking lake out here. Lots of islands. Really nice. And we got some good weather. We had a lot of sun the last couple of days, but this little cooler, a little more refreshing. Well, we found ourselves a pretty sweet campsite on Indian Lake. Needs a little tidying up, but it's a huge site. It's one of the marked ones. Chris is setting up in there. There's thunder boxes here. There's tables. It's a little messy, but not too bad. We'll tidy it up a bit and make our home like. I think we're going to spend 2 nights here. That's the plan right now anyway. Just down that bay over there is where that fireplace for the Prince of Wales Lodge is. Some other nice islands over there. We'll do some fishing here in this bay and putter around, but we're due for a break. Hike. Not bad. This is the stone fireplace that was said to have been built for the Prince of Wales, along with a lodge. The lodge has been burnt down, but the stone fireplace still stands. Seems a little close to the water. Maybe the water was a different level then. But that is a little treat in the wild. I think we're gonna find a spot to pull in, have a closer look.
Fire break in there too.
One of the many gorgeous islands on Indian Lake. Little snack cooking up on the shore of Indian Lake. Looks tasty to me. What a gorgeous day. Well, we were sitting in nice hot sunshine, no wind. We heard a couple of cracks of thunder way off in the distance, and in minutes this blew in. A real turn of weather. We're gonna crawl into the tents, wait it out. She's looking ugly. Well, we survived the storm. It was 0% chance of rain, so I guess that held true. She was quite the wind. Good morning. Beautiful sunny morning. We're leaving our campsite. Today is day 5. We had a 2-day stop here. Really nice campsite. Indian Lake's a beautiful lake. And we're gonna head back to Biscotasi Lake today and try to find a campsite somewhere around the Narrows maybe. But this was a good site. Sites were few and far between on the tail end of Ramsey and the early part of Biscotasi. And there is the his and hers Royal Thunderboxes with the stunning sunset view out to the west. A lot of ants though, so we didn't want to be sitting for too long. Anyway, day 5. We had a big storm last night, but really nice today. We thought we'd get an early start because it might be a hot one. And off we go. They'll be gone before the camera can see them. But someone's in trouble. Get over here. Good? Yep. Just catches on my hat.
Here, I'll put your thing up.
On the seat?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay?
Yeah, you're good to go.
Alright, spit and rain a little bit. We're going to do the portage here between Indian Lake and Biscotasi Lake rather than the trolley this time. It was cool, but the portage trail is pretty solid. And we were talking and we thought it's probably faster just to portage than play with the trolley. But it was nice to have done the trolley once. It was kind of cool. The other thing was the trolley was already on the other side, so we would have had to go get it, bring it back. And as you can see, this is a pretty good trail. Well, here we are. Nothing to that. A couple of boats in our way for using the dock, but yeah. Back to Biscotasi Lake. And it's raining a little bit. Well, we found ourselves an island to camp on. Looks pretty nice. There's a bit of stuff built up here, but it's been kept reasonably tidy. We're already starting to spread our gear out, so. But big site. Looks like they call it Moonshine Island. Nice big fire pit. There was some firewood here for us. The reason I think it might be Moonshine Island is because there's a fish bonking club here that said Moonshine Island Fish Bonker. Somebody added a tape measure. You got a little bit of a sandy beach. Got the canoe up here. There's an old barbecue there. That's unfortunate, but other than that, it's pretty tidy. Lots of little tables built, firewood. There's a nice thunder box. We got nice view. And we're not too far from Biscotasing, where we will catch the train out in 2 days. So we got a night here, 2 nights here, and then the train. So not too shabby. It's a good looking site. Yeah. We had to pass a couple of okay ones with the wind in our back, so we would have had a long paddle back. But, we took a chance, and looks like we hit a bit of a jackpot. So it's time to get stuff set up and dried out after last night's rainstorm, and kick back and enjoy some time. Well, there's some thunder rumbling in the background, but I think it's mostly going to miss us. We might get a little sprinkle from the edge. Canoe's tucked away. Camp is set up. I think we're in good shape. Nice little island. I think we're going to spend a couple of nights here. Take a down day. For breakfast, I got some of the instant hash browns. They're sizzling. I got some Happy Yak scrambled eggs that look not overly appetizing. I got a flatbread over there. I'm gonna try to make a wrap. And then Chris on the little solo stove has some bacon warming up. Now there's a backcountry breakfast with a beautiful view. I did some work on the fire pit. Set up a nice spot for the grill with some coals underneath it. It was a bit of a mess of a fire pit. It still is a bit of a mess, but it's a little more usable now. It was just a little wee hole with that grill on top and all these rocks piled into one little hole. Well, we're packed up, ready to leave. Catch the train back to Sudbury, and that'll be it for this trip. It's been a good campsite. There was a little too much odds and ends built here, but we made use of them anyway. It's a nice little island. Hasn't been much boat traffic go by, so we're maybe an hour to an hour and a half away from Bisco, and that's where we'll catch our train. Too much thinking. This is the straight narrows leading into Bisco. We decided not to do the crooked narrows. Yeah. I think all the rain we had has got the camera lens a little fuzzy. But you get the idea. There he is. There's been quite a few trains today. Well, we're going under the railroad bridge to Biscotasing. Pull up to the store in a few minutes, and that will conclude the paddling portion of this adventure. Hello! Pull up on the right side of the dock, probably, right up to the boat launch, my guess. How you doing? Richie's. What's going on? Looks like it was jacked up. It's been on land somewhere at some time, eh?
So then they can come in here and get situated. We'll be back in 5 minutes.